Okay, boxing fans, we're going to do a talk on what I think is going to happen in the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury rematch. And I think it's going to be an interesting matchup. The first one I thought was extremely good of a match to watch. I still felt Fury won, but you could make a good argument it was a draw on the fact he was pretty much out of it in the 12th round. But you know what? He got up, so you got to give him credit for that. The man's got an iron chin. I love him to death. And then you got a guy like Wilder. And you know what? As far as being a fan of him, I like Fury better. But here's the deal. Who's the better skilled boxer? Fury. Who's more powerful? Wilder. And I mean, you can't. That's basically the way I think it is. I mean, I don't think you can argue that matter. And I think Ted Lee Atlas had some really good points. Wilder got exposed the last go around in a lot of areas. And the question is, it's going to be whether or not Wilder can adjust. And he's not going to be fighting an out of shape Fury. Fury's had some good warm-ups. I was quite impressed with him. Last fight, he done extremely well. But you could make an argument that guy wasn't as good as Wilder. But really, Wilder's in the top rankings at this point, so he's not going to fight a guy as good as Wilder, probably. Or at least as powerful. So, yeah. You got a lot of things that I think both of them needs to adjust to. Fury, I think a lot of it was his conditioning. Not how you put it. He had that layoff, so he wasn't going to be tip-top, even if he'd fought 2 or 3 times. And in reality, those 2 matches before Wilder, I wasn't impressed at all. I mean, it just wasn't impressive. I mean, he pulled it out, put on a decent show. I thought he could have done better. I felt he could have used more footwork, got away from some more shots, but all in all, he done a decent job against him. And the thing that I think Wilder needs to really work on, he stood in front of him a little too much. He tried to, I think, outbox him in a lot of senses. And instead of taking his time and looking for shots, he missed with a lot of heavy right hands that possibly he could have put him out of there. But you know what? The shots he did hit him with, that goes back to Fury. He had a hell of a chin on him. Both of them done good. Wilder needs to move a little more, pop a jab in there. I think Fury would have a lot more difficulties with a jab, especially Wilder being heavy-handed as what he is. So if I was in Wilder's place, which, you know, I'm not a boxer, but you can look at things and you just kind of see certain things that might work here a little better. If I was Wilder, that would be more what I would work on. The man's got the power. He's decently quick. So as long as he's consistently connecting with him, and yeah, I think that's what Wilder needs to work on, and I think it would suit him exceptionally well. What do I think is going to happen in the rematch? Fury being in shape, here's the deal. Fury's always been a technically decent, sound boxer for a heavyweight, big, strong, decently quick on his feet. And I feel he's still, going into this matchup, is the better fighter. Now, the question is, if Wilder can hurt him early, and I don't mean hurt him like he did the last time. He needs to hurt him like he did in the 12th round, but hurt him early on. If he don't, and it goes to the judges' scorecards, I think Fury's going to get it. He was beating him. If you look at the scorecards, Fury was literally beating him on pretty much every scorecard, other than those 2 knockdowns. That's what blew my mind, was the fact that the judges called it a draw. Because if it went to the scorecards, and I'm not saying they might have, they could have possibly stopped the fight in the 12th round. If I was a referee, I would have debated that, but it didn't. If it went to the scorecards, I felt Fury won it. I feel Fury can pull it off again, because Fury is, I think, a technically smarter boxer, and a lot of those shots, him being in shape, I felt that was a lot of his issues that he had in the last fight, not being in shape. So avoiding a number amount of punches, and Teddy Atlas even said that clearly. A good champion knows how to avoid a certain amount of punches to deliver his own, and I think Fury's more than capable of it. And I feel Fury has got the edge in this fight still yet. And I'm more impressed with Fury the way he fought in his last fight than I was with Wilder. Both of them has done good, but I still feel Fury's going to win it.